back. It's Wednesday night, so y'all know y'all was gonna see me, the sexiest host on NYTV.
Sorry.
It's Kyrie Terrell. I know you hear the Snickers in the back and all that. We'll get to that later. But today's show is gonna be fun. It's all about relationships. We got sound. Is that what the dance is going on that's happening? We had some technical difficulties, y'all. That's why we late. So my producers and people around me are rejoicing because you guys can finally hear me. Okay. So we talking about relationships. I got a lovely co-host in the building. She may or may not know a thing or two about relationships. I don't know, but it's Ronnie Graham.
Hello.
Ronnie Graham.
How are you? Good. I'm great.
You in the building?
I am.
So Ronnie, you ever seen anybody as sexy as me before?
Is that a joke?
Alternative facts.
Listen.
I'm okay.
This show is all about relationships tonight, right? Y'all know we switch up the themes on y'all. We talking relationships tonight, so we got a good panel. We're gonna introduce some of them, but the first thing I'm gonna give y'all a tip, okay? Because I found out something about myself tonight.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I want you ladies to do this check on y'all men or perspectives, because I was in the bathroom changing, and I smelled something kind of crazy.
Oh, come on.
What is that? It was my feet. Who knew you could look this good? And your feet stink?
See, usually it's the breath.
It is. Right? You had them with this funky breath before, right?
Listen, I've met a couple of men that look real nice, and then they get up on you, and you like, oh, you don't smell that? Because I know, the dry mouth taste. You know. So how don't you know, sir?
She's right about that.
How you don't know?
She's so right. I gotta check my.
No, you was good. I saw you. You good. You was in my face and you was fine.
Check me because I gotta get close to Ronnie later. Few things to talk about though. I gotta go into some of the current events. I'm sure y'all heard Robert F. Smith.
Oh yes.
Went down to the Morehouse, did the closing speech, and then he made it rain. Just billionaires just said, you know what? Everybody getting their tuition paid. Everybody. Oh no. Everybody.
And then drop the mic.
Right, you still hold tuition?
Yes, I do. Like 40-something thousand. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I only hold 17, but the problem with me is I never even got my degree.
What?
I didn't finish. I went for 2 semesters. Temple got my money, right? So I like to call myself a half alumni. Because damn it, I got my money, so I'm calling myself for something. All right?
Maybe he can give you a couple G's.
Yeah, I need the money. I need all of my coins. Where did you go to school at, Ron?
I went to Lincoln University, University of Phoenix, and Wilmington University.
Damn.
Yes, I have 3 degrees.
It's a smart yard. Lil Nas X, you listen to Lil Nas X?
Yes.
He got the hit song that it was making the news like months ago, where the country folks was like, that ain't country. That's not country. It's not a country song. Take it off the country hip hop charts. And then they was hating, right? Next thing you know, one of the countryest motherfuckers of all time, Billy Ray Cyrus was like, you know what? That is kind of country.
Yeah.
I like that song. I like what the boy named Lil X now. I like it. Be good. You know what? Somebody find his people, put in touch with my people. We gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump on the remix. I'm gonna do a song with you.
There it is.
Validated Lil Nas X, and now everybody jumping on songs. I hear people rapping on it. They doing all this crazy stuff. It's really a good song.
It is.
I had to put on. I didn't know, and all this stuff was going on. I didn't put on. You dance to that song yet?
Yeah, me. I have a 3-year-old, so we put it on. I got her something in my toe.
We killing it.
Yeah, we be killing it. In the house, in the privacy of our own home.
Well, listen, it's in the I don't know if it's in the water or is the people catching the spirit, but apparently it's donation time, because first it was Robert, and then Lil Nas X said, you know what, Billy Ray Cyrus, since you jumped on my track, here go Maserati.
Really?
Bought him a Maserati.
Dang.
What's the best thing anybody ever bought you for doing something for them, Ryan?
Well, I'm going to say this. I helped somebody today. I gave somebody a tip. They helped me, at the restaurant. I gave them a good tip. And I went home and found $60 underneath my TV. So God bless me. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Blessings over blessings.
Anybody ever bless you with a little plastic surgery?
You can't tell?
Seen when you was standing up earlier, I was like,
No, I got these done.
Something about Ronnie.
No. It was different as childbirth. Yeah,
okay.
they look a little different.
That'll do it to you.
Yeah.
Some of y'all get bigger, some of y'all get smaller, right?
Some get a little lower.
It's a gift and a curse, and it's a curse.
It's what it is.
It's a gift and a curse, and the curse is good. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Cardi B, she gets a lot of plastic surgery. And apparently she's going to miss the 92Q Spring Bang Festival because she is recovering from her third butt cheek implant.
I can't stop it.
This is what I'm trying to figure out. If it's a third butt cheek implant, does that mean now she got 3 butt cheeks? Or is this the third?
No. She had liposuction. Okay.
Right.
And she's been doing too much, and so the doctor says she needs to rest.
Yeah, you got to watch that. You can't get too much lipo. That's how.
No, you can't.
That's how Kanye mom banged out, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, you going to them foreign countries and getting it done. I don't understand. You can't be cheap on certain things. Okay?
You can't. Do you think Rihanna got any plastic surgery?
I don't know. I don't trust anybody these days. These
They
superstars, they all
like they just
this
get the
too
money
hard.
and then they just mess themselves up. Rihanna is in London and apparently just flying under the radar. They say she loves living in London. She's been over there past 2 years. Who knew?
Yeah.
She just over there living her best life because people don't really know who she is.
No,
She
they
just,
sacrifice over there.
you know, it's like old school Rihanna, Mr. DJ Pon Replay. She that Rihanna, right? She not Chris Brown, Drake, Meek Rihanna over there.
No.
I'm sorry.
Did you know some tea we don't know?
I know.
Did you?
No.
I didn't catch it. Do you know alternative facts?
Alternative facts.
Going to dirtier things like nasty stuff in your Starbucks. You like Starbucks, Ronnie?
I do. I actually just got on the mobile app, and I'm so excited. I'll be feeling like a VIP going in and get my stuff.
What does the mobile app do? I don't know.
So you can order. Listen, I mean, I'm late. But you can go and you can order before you go, and then you walk in. It's a long line, and you just walk right past them and get your stuff. Like bam, it's waiting for you, and then you just walk past out and look at them.
So
like
there's a cup right there. Say Ronnie on it already.
All that, everything, just right there.
Put pesticides in your Ronnie cup.
Excuse me.
Well, they say they've been spraying and doing the cleaning around the food.
Is this in Philadelphia?
And the drinks.
Is this in Philadelphia?
I don't think it was in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
then I'm safe.
Starbucks is Starbucks, I think.
Okay. I did, feel a little itch. You
look like you might want to get checked out. Just double taste y'all Starbucks from now on.
Yeah, I think you want to check that out. Yeah. Little taste test. Little
taste test. I mentioned Kanye and Kim earlier. They got a new baby. And you know they go crazy with the names.
Yeah.
You know, be naming their babies colors and stuff. Who would name their baby a color?
I did. My daughter's name is Gray. See? Yeah.
Well, that's a nice name.
Thank you.
But who would name their baby a direction?
Okay, I didn't do that.
There we go.
Didn't do that.
See, now make sure your next baby name ain't South.
Oh no,
or
we're
North
done. No, we're done.
Or East.
We're done.
They named their baby Psalm.
Praise the Lord.
The P is silent. I know y'all can't see what I'm saying when y'all ain't
Well,
reading it, but
if you listen, if
Psalm.
you a good Christian, you should know what Psalm is.
How you feel about that name, right?
I mean, I try not to be judgmental. You know, he's feeling closer to Christ. You know, he's doing his, his services and everything. So I can't get in the way of somebody, their relationship with the Lord. So, go ahead.
I would agree. I just think these celebrities is getting a little bit crazy with their names. But shout out to them. It's a baby, surrogate mother and all of that.
Yes.
This is how things go when you got money, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna get rich and just pay somebody to do this. You know what? I feel like on the show tonight, surrogate host for me.
There it is.
Jump off and do the show.
Come right in.
You better be funny, right? When you got money, you can do those types of things. So once again, we got a big show tonight, man. I got a lot of guests in the building. I can't wait to introduce y'all to them. We talking relationships, we talking sex, we talking all of those things, and we even got some food in the building.
Oh, yes.
I'm a little hungry. What's up with the food?
I smell it.
Y'all see what that look like? Y'all see that food looking all good? I can't wait to get some of that. I cannot wait. Ronnie, you hungry?
Starving.
I tell you, I'm hungry for. I'm hungry for some good sex. Yeah, that's what I'm hungry for.
All right. I'm sorry. He gazed in my eye.
It's about that time to talk about all that good stuff.
All right.
But Ronnie, you got to tell the people who you are. You got to introduce yourself because they saw you, but we didn't get to intro you and talk a little bit about Ronnie. Who you?
Well, I am Ronnie Graham. I'm an actress. I'm a behavioral therapist, and I am about to do my one-woman show in Washington, D.C.
Oh, she just cursed me out because I haven't been yet.
No, and I've done it in New York. I've done it here in Philadelphia several hundred times. But now I'm taking on D.C. for the D.C. Black Theater Festival on June 29th and 30th.
I'm going to come on the 30th, Ronnie.
Okay, I'm holding you to it.
That's when I'm going to come. I put it on my calendar already. You know I'm going to come. Got to go out of town. Got to go out of town like some of our folks. A Boogie and Jen.
Yes.
Shout out to A Boogie and Jen.
Love it.
Recently got married.
Yes.
They wedding video went viral.
Yes.
Do we have a clip of that? We gonna show a clip of they wedding video?
Do we have it?
No. Yes.
No. Yes.
We do. Okay, we gonna show a clip of they wedding.
But see, I don't know if you knew that they like are a skating couple, so that's why they did that. Like,
I actually did know.
You did know? Okay,
Because
good.
Vern actually took their pictures, Mr. CMP.
Oh, yes.
So I saw the photos with the skates in them and all of that. So I kind of smelled it coming, but shout out to them for
Yes.
definitely going viral and representing
Heavy.
Philly the way that they did. The whole Philly was in Mexico.
Yes,
That's
all
where they
of
was
them.
at.
Yeah, I was, except me.
They was down there.
Except me.
Except me too.
Oh, you weren't.
They was flipping
yeah.
off boats. I
Yeah, I
seen
saw.
Troy and Drew and them.
Yeah, Drew and them. Yeah.
Flipping off boats.
People did.
You know what too? Since we shouting them out, me and Vern was supposed to shoot that damn wedding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was supposed to. They know we get busy with the wedding photos and videos and all that, but I ain't mad though. I ain't tripping or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I hope they had some good sex while they was down there.
Oh, you have to. Honey,
this is
you
a honeymoon.
just
Honeymoon
got to.
vacation.
You got to just try it all.
You know what I'm saying?
Just do it all.
I think that I probably have sex a lot better than you do.
Why would you think that?
I just know about me. You know?
And I know about me.
Okay.
I mean, so you ain't never been around the block with me. So,
You know.
I ain't mean toot my own horn, but toot, beep, beep.
I ain't gonna toot mine, but you don't know about? This is me toot some horns up here. Listen, we got a lot to talk about in the neighborhood of relationships. So, without further ado, I want to introduce the people to the women that we have in the building, right? We gotta go ladies first, and we're going to introduce you to the guys as well, because I think y'all talking about what makes sex good.
Yes, and I think we know.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, I think we know.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a pleaser, so I can't wait to listen to this. Maybe y'all will give me some tips or whatever.
I'm,
So you
hoping
go
to
ahead,
enlighten you.
Go talk to the girls. I'm gonna go talk to the guys.
All right, let's
Are you
go.
in charge of the girls?
Yes.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I'm in charge of the girls.
What movie?
Who's in charge of the girls?
I don't know.
Hall of Nights, man. See, get out of here, girls.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go.
Just call what y'all see.
Hold up, it looked like I was twerking on you.
Okay. All right, ladies. It's a lot of pressure.
Oh, okay.
On us. Okay. So, I want to introduce. Well, why don't you introduce? So you go first. So
Sure. Okay. Well, I am Kenzo. I am a producer on MindingPhilly.com.
All right. Hello, Kenzo. And
I'm Aisha, right? I'm an actress. Yep.
all right. All right. All right. So, ladies, what do you think makes sex good? What do you think?
I think it all starts with foreplay. Like, if foreplay isn't right and everything is not starting in the beginning, you can just forget about it.
Now, are you a giver or a receiver?
I am a giver.
You're a giver?
Yes.
You're a giver.
I'm a pleaser.
You're a pleaser.
People would be surprised.
Okay. So,
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
You don't look like a pleaser.
I'm a pleaser.
what does a pleaser look like?
She just was a receiver.
No, I'm a pleaser.
Okay, good for you.
So what do you think?
Okay, what makes sex good for me? I think a clear mind, to be quite honest with you. If I can't concentrate, then I can't get up.
So what would throw your focus?
I can't get up.
What would something happen that would just make you go, oh, I can't.
See, ooh, girl, it can be anything. It can be like we were talking about bad breath earlier.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, if he has
Can
bad
that
breath,
How did he get in the bed? How did he get in the bed?
How did he get past yeah.
I'm just saying, if we about to have sex, we've already gotten past that point,
Okay.
right? And let's say we're coming from dinner.
Okay.
He took me out to expensive dinner, expensive restaurant. He had fish.
That good garlic.
He just
that
happened to have
fresh
fish.
garlic.
At what point is he gonna wash his hands before I let him? Like, how does that work?
Oh, okay.
So if we accidentally happen to, then if I want to go straight in, before we even get upstairs, I want to just go straight in. Just go in. Handstand, just go straight in. We ain't even get upstairs yet. We already started. So now at that point, you don't got time to brush your teeth. So what do we do?
You're right.
So now we have to keep going. I can't. And I gotta just chalk it, but now I'm out of it. I'm not about the breath. Like we doing it, but I'm out.
I mean,
I'm there, but I'm not there.
You gotta turn your face to the side if he try to kiss you. That's it.
Yeah, but you know, I think honestly,
I'm more polite than.
I'll turn my face.
It's emotional for me. So I that's why I don't have a lot of one night stands. I don't, because I really have to like you.
Me too.
I have to like you, and the more I like you, the better it is.
Yeah,
and I am a giver.
Fact.
And I am a pleaser. And all of that.
So then, if you are typically a receiver, then how do you know? Like, what do you can't just say I'm a receiver. Of course, everybody who's a receiver wants to be a giver, right?
No, some.
So people will be proud when say I'm a receiver.
Okay, so let's say okay. So when we say giving, we're all adults,
right?
And if we're not children, leave the room.
Okay.
Okay. So if we are givers, and we say we're like oral sex. So what are we doing? We are, So some women don't like to give oral sex. I don't understand that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Who makes them anymore? But
do they just openly say that I don't give head? Like does people?
And then when they do, they lazy. I mean, I have a lot of male friends, and like I said, who makes those? Those people.
It's a lot of people that don't.
It's an art.
It's your job.
I think you shouldn't even go down there. If you don't, thank you. Okay, because don't disrespect it. All right, it's an art form. Okay, you gotta listen. Go ahead, Ronnie. Because the more you do it, I'm telling you. I'm sorry. But I don't do that to everybody now.
So then, if you're a giver, do you have to date a giver?
Yes, you
right.
do.
I was going to say
they gotta appreciate that gift that you're giving them, and then they gotta be like, "Well, I gotta give it back." Bless me with this,
and I gotta do better than her. How about that?
There you go.
Okay.
Like
better than who? What you talking about?
It's a competition between you and her. What you talking about?
Listen, we just went somewhere else. I want to make sure I was keeping up.
So we said all this good stuff, okay? And I think we are all right, but we do have an expert on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we do. We have a sexologist, and I think Curry, are you with her?
I sure am.
All right, now.
She's sexy too, Ronnie. You might want to come over here.
Wait a minute. I'll hold it.
What's wrong with y'all? I'm talking about this one. She brought this with her. They thought
it's a vulva.
It's a vulva. See, that's why you here to teach us about the vulva. You mind if I touch your vulva?
You go to this one.
This okay, all right. So, Brittany, tell the people who you are and what you do and all of that good stuff.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany Mitchell, and I am the founder and lead educator of the Intimacy Firm.
So, what do you do at the Intimacy Firm? You want to hold the vulva?
I would love to.
Touch the vulva.
Sorry.
What do you do there?
At the Intimacy Firm, our mission is to empower individuals to navigate the world of sex and sexuality in a way that doesn't compromise their values. And we do that through sex education, counseling, consulting with different corporations to make sure that their guidelines and policies align with the law, making sure we partner with churches, making sure with youth groups, helping them develop healthy sexual confidences and things of that nature.
That's deep.
That is, yeah.
On the surface, when we see what the topic was, but she getting busy.
Yes.
And getting busy.
Both. she helping out the kids and the adults.
So, Brittany, on the topic of getting busy, you were here to explain to us, because they had their little panel just now, the girls, talking about they was pleased and all that. Shout out to Ronnie, though. I liked her comment a lot. But better sex. Everybody's in search of better sex. Can you help us? You have some tips?
So, first thing I want to say is, just like, and this may fit more to the women than the men, but you ever go into a store and they have a dress or something that says one size fits all, and then you get home and realize that they didn't have you in mind when they sized that thing out, and if you had a little bit more to love, that is one size fits a few people.
Yes.
Well, with regards to sex, it's kind of the same. There's no such thing as a universally good lover. So there's some things that I can teach you as far as activity and behavior that may only work for certain individuals.
Okay.
However, there are some things that are just across the board, something that you need to develop to be able to make you
well, I'll tell you
go down the path of
right here on camera. You know, tell us the everybody stuff. But then after the show, just me and you, we'll talk about the.
I beat you to the punch. We already had those.
Y'all already?
Already.
Damn,
Already.
So,
Hey, like, she the co-host.
Womp womp.
I'm the host.
I'm monopolized. Is that the right
Anyway,
word?
what to do? What to do?
So-
Everybody.
first thing, you need to know you.
Okay.
You need to know your likes, your dislikes, your hard lines, your hard boundaries, and your absolutes.
Okay.
Your requirements. You need to be able to understand that. That means exploring your body and recognizing, okay, I like this. Okay, I don't like this. Pineapples, I don't want that. Don't even
Safe
don't
words.
bring
Safe words.
that. Don't bring that over here. You need to know that. That's number one. And number two, you need to be able to convey that to a partner. If you're in a relationship, a situationship, a I just met you ship, and you're not if you don't feel comfortable explaining to that individual what your likes, dislikes, and hard passes are, then maybe you shouldn't be in that type of situation.
Yeah.
Everybody
Gotta
should.
talk. Gotta tell it.
Communicate.
Everybody should feel comfortable to speaking about their ones. Number three, porn should not be goals. The reality of it is mainstream porn does not represent the us as a people in the whole. Is not very inclusive. It doesn't show sex in its reality. It doesn't show when you fall off the bed.
Right.
It doesn't show shared pleasure in foreplay. There is some foreplay in porn, but it doesn't. Pleasure is not prioritized among the
both. You can do the
both.
stuff that they doing on porn.
Porn
But it's
should
like,
not
what if
be
you got that
goals.
move?
It should be goals.
Porn should not be goals.
But who we
And
talking about?
And porn should not be
Listen.
the metrics for how you measure success in your sexual relationship.
Yes, I said, listen.
It's a vulva, not an ear. Alright? She wanted in the ear.
You heard me, porn should not be goals.
Not be goals.
I hear
Listen to
you, I
her.
hear you, but I'm not gonna give you a hard no or a hard yes on that one just yet. I'm gonna let you rock.
Number 4, and I want you to turn my mic up so you can hear me real good.
Oh, okay.
Never fake it. Don't fake
Don't
it.
fake the orgasm.
Never.
Oh, I can give you some on that.
No.
Here we go.
Never.
Y'all always faking.
I don't know about all of that.
Y'all be faking.
I don't know about all of that. Never fake it, never lie. Don't moan if you don't feel it,
Right.
because it sets everybody up for failure. Your partner is thinking
Yes.
they're doing something and they're not, and then they're going to come back into the next situation and do it again, and you're going to be upset. You're being counterproductive. You think
Preach
you're
it.
sparing their feelings, and you're absolutely
Let me
not.
tell you, because I like that you said that, because me, I'm really like a true communicator. Like, I want to know. Like, was that real? Did you really? Because don't fake it for me. Was that the real? Okay, that was the real. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And
I want to talk. I want to have a conversation.
And a lot of times we run into issues like that because of the pleasure gap. And with men, more than likely, are going to achieve an orgasm.
Yeah.
Women, not so much. 70% of women do not achieve orgasm from penetration alone.
That's a lot.
You need
70% of my women do though.
Alternative facts.
You wouldn't know, Pete.
clitoral stimulation is almost necessary to achieve an orgasm for women. But a lot of times that's
Show them what to do.
Yeah.
This, you ain't bringing Veronica for nothing. This is Veronica the blow. What you want to do to her?
so. What you need, if your partner has a vulva, you must become clitoris.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Shouldn't all my partners have a vulva?
Am I only talking to men?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Am I only talking
But
to
you got a vulva in your hand. I'm sorry. I was confused. I was the only one.
If your partner has a vulva, you must become clitoris. If you own a vulva, you must become clitoris.
Yes.
And that means knowledge of the clitoris, which is behind this clitoral hood. There's a lot of euphemisms for the clitoris, the man in the boat, the little flower, all of those things. But it is an organ whose sole purpose is pleasure.
So wait a minute, because you fly with the word. Now, so that means women got to become dickery.
No.
No.
Bum, 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 bum.
The clitoris is more than just this piece right here. There's over 8,000 nerve endings that serve no other purpose but pleasure. And there are bulb-like roots that come down the sides of the labia. And then there are straight roots similar to that of a wishbone. And sometimes it's
Wishbones? I'm sorry.
shaped like a wishbone.
Oh, okay.
Where the wishbone at?
It's internal. That part of the vulva, that the clitoris is internal.
So
Down
these
here.
are the lips.
These are the labia majora,
Okay.
labia minora,
Okay.
and only this part is the vagina. Most people call this whole thing the vagina, but the only part that is the vagina is the part where it's penetrated.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then, of course, you have your G-spot, your urethra.
Where's G-spot?
The G-spot is this ridged area right in here.
Oh!
Yeah. That's the G-spot.
You know where it's at.
I know what it's called. I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know the technical name of it. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It is important to close the pleasure gap. We all must become acquainted with this little guy here, the clitoris.
Okay, ladies, go get your mirrors.
And you have one more, right?
Yes, and last but not least, and probably the most important of them all, is that sex should be pleasure-centered and not goal-oriented. If orgasm is your only focus, if you look at sex as a race with the finish line, then you're missing the journey and by only focusing on the destination. That means there's pressure. That means there's a winner and a loser. That means there's a finish line that you may or may not cross. But just like we know when we have a bomb cheesesteak, if we get all the way down to the last bite and accidentally drop it, does that upset? Nonetheless, I understand it. Yeah. However, the cheesesteak was still delicious. So be able to enjoy the journey. And if the orgasm comes at the end, that's amazing. I'm not saying don't shoot for an orgasm. If you have it, that's awesome. But enjoy the journey along the way.
Enjoy the journey.
You love her? I love her.
Incliterate selves.
Yes, because it's all right. You can go.
Can we call them incliterate?
Yes. Because I was incliterate.
It would be illiterate. Because illiterate is not a word.
So it's illiterate.
I mean, if you're using the
illiterate.
We gonna call it uncliterate. I don't care what.
Illiterate. I was illiterate.
But thank you, Brittany. One more time. Yes. Where can they follow you at?
I am at The Intimacy Firm on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you follow me, our all new website, www.theintimacyfirm.com, will be coming soon. Thank you.
About to get a new follower.
So we better than the men is. So I'm gonna rock out my home.
Okay, well, I don't really know. They know more than us.
None of that.
I'm concerned.
Good. Just joined us.
Good.
Yeah, we heard all that we was talking about, man.
This time for the men to reign supreme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta put my feet out like this because y'all got on nice shoes. I ain't put on no good shoes on my suit, so I hope they can't see them. But y'all heard what the women was talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of our job to tell them how to be better in a relationship. I think women get that confused sometimes. But before we go there, they know Peekaboo, one of our resident co-hosts.
Hey guys.
They know him, but they don't know this guy.
Yeah.
Some of them may introduce yourself. Donovan, tell them who you are, what you do.
I'm Donovan S. West, a.k.a. Hitchmaster, a.k.a. Shownuff, a.k.a. Mr. Clutch, a.k.a. 5 in the morning, give me your cell phone if you don't know what to say. You know? Breaker chains.
A.k.a. a lot of a.k.a.
Well, yeah, that was back then. That was the college days, though. But anyway, let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. But I'm CEO of a nonprofit called People for People. I also have a firm called, Culturally Congruent Solutions. Under the communication component, we do an event. It's called the Relationship Script, where we talk about relationships. We create the forum for men and women to talk about all types of topics. And we have it as random and as anonymous as it gets, so that they don't have to, hide behind, a fake name or anything else. We just want to know the question and what your concerns are. That's it. Just talk.
Come and talk.
That's it.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk. So who's in a relationship? Y'all in relationships? Pete, you the only one?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
I'm in a relationship. So who's in a relationship? Is anybody?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
Okay, that's better. I don't want you to get in trouble.
No. Tough life on the edge. It's tough.
Me, I'm looking for one.
Okay.
I'm trying to get out these.
Looking for love, Kai?
I'm trying to look for love.
No way. All right, let's go.
It's time to stop sowing my royal oats. You know what I'm saying? I got like 1-2 sticks left.
Oats?
It's black words. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by yams. Oats and yams. That's all he knows. He's getting it.
He learned that on a previous show.
Surely.
So Donovan, I'm going to ask you, man. Yeah. I think a lot of times we're in relationships, and one of the things that I see women do wrong. There's women on that side. You can't see them, but I'm looking at them. One of the things I see women do wrong is they do the things that they want to do for you, and they do them well,
Right.
But they don't necessarily do the things you want them to do. And then when the argument happens, they be like, "But I do X, Y, Z." Nobody asked you to do all that.
Yeah, that's what you call, love language misalignment. You got to understand your man's love language, ladies, if you're out there. You got to understand that, you got all types of love languages, 5 of them. My man Gary Chapman, shout out to him. So you got, you got words of approbation. That's where you say, "Baby, I see what you're doing. You're a great guy. You're doing this, that, and the other," and you're just you're building them up with positivity. You got, you got deeds, and this is where you're doing something for your man, things that he would like to be done. Maybe it's cooking, maybe it's cleaning, maybe it's taking care of him in certain kinds of ways. You got deeds. Then you have gifts, right? You have gifts. You like to buy your man, a pair of shoes, sneakers, or a watch, or a Maserati. Shout out to the bull, right? You got quality time, right? That's when you know that your man loves it when y'all just spending time together, doing the things that y'all both can enjoy. But if you're looking at him directly, you know the last one?
I know the last one.
I left the last one. The
last one is sex.
It's not sex. It's not. No. But it's close. It's called touch. Touch is the fifth one, right? And that's where the hugs, the holding hands, or other types of touch. If you do that, at the end of the day, if you understand which love language your man has or your mate has, you're in a good place. That's showing that you're actually paying attention, as opposed to, this is what I know, so this is what I'm gonna do, and that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Fellas, I mean, we do the same thing too. You be like, I love you, right? I buy you this, I do this, I do that, and the other. Right. We out there chasing the bag.
He's in a relationship.
Oh, you are?
I want to get him in trouble real quick.
Well, let's get him in trouble then. Let's do this.
So, Pete, what could your girl be doing better, Pete?
So I'll talk about just like some of the roadblocks we've hit in our relationship, some of the bumps in the road.
Shout out to Pete with saying roadblocks though, like
okay, they're
roadblocks. Okay,
got around them now.
I'm in a long-term relationship. We're over 2 years now, so we've had a little bit of time together. We've lived together for a little bit. When the sex is good and when we're connecting in the correct ways, all the things that you're talking about come into fold. And when it's not good, we're not I'm not kissing her alone anymore. I'm not saying good morning. I'm not saying good night. I'm not giving her a hug when she needs to. Those small intimate things lead up to all of the other intimacy that you want. Because you're in a relationship a long time. You're like, you just kind of forget. You're just like you're going about the motions. You're like, and you forget when was the last time we actually just kissed each other and shared like a very simple intimate moment to lead to better intimate moments.
I found on Pete's jump off his back for a second. Please. You ever just kiss for a long time?
Great.
Just without the we gonna take it further, but you just that's the shit right there. Yeah. I like that.
Shout out to 11th grade.
Yeah.
That's when we sit it down.
Listen, you taking it to when you only could kiss.
No, but that's all you could do, and that's how you kissed your two.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's absolutely. You're like, listen,
it was super intimate.
This is it.
Because you knew that was it. You had to remember that later and go find the lotion.
Hey, shout out to Jergens.
Ooh, that kiss was
Shout out to Jergens.
This episode is brought to you by Jergens.
So piece of advice, right? I'll let y'all go first. If we could give not just our mates, but women out there who are single, looking for love, looking to be in relationships, whatever it is. What's a single piece of advice you would give them? How to treat a man better? How to treat a man better? Number one, pay attention to who he is, not what you need him to be. I'm gonna say it again. Pay attention to who he is, not what you need him to be. Too often you're in a situation where you're just trying to, do some kind of improvement, mold him into this, that, and other, see his potential, and then move on, and you follow this mental algorithm of how it needs to go. Pause on all of that. Listen first. Love is about listening, and listening means you got to humble yourself. So when you're in front of that person, turn off your brain and listen to his. That's my one piece. One piece of advice, and I'll wrap it up.
I would just say be adaptable. Relationships change over time. People discover themselves sexually and as people over time. So, be open to change and being open to trying new things and being a little bit uncomfortable, because it might get to a place that is super comfortable and that you've never really been to before. That's really great. So be willing to change.
I'm gonna take yours a step further, right? And I'm gonna talk about where we are now, because it's an age of social media, right? So Donovan said, pay attention to who he is, right? Not who you want him to be, right? men give tells on social media, right? We like certain things, we follow certain women, other things like that. It's all up and down the timeline. So I want to encourage women to not necessarily be like, oh, what you looking at this one? What you looking at? But use it to get a leg up, right? Because your man might not be looking at it like, oh, I'm trying to hit this and I'm trying to hit that and do this and this and that. But if he like the girl that's, you know, on the coffee table with the thong on, when he come home, he might want to be on the coffee table with the thong on. I'm just saying, just bolster your relationship. Listen,
you get some more information about what he likes.
Exactly.
Right? Perhaps he's not communicating directly to you.
Here's the thing. Women, we gonna give y'all a chance to talk, Mackenzie. Right? We gonna get into this together. But here's my problem. Women always want to be like, I'm a man telling you what a man likes. I might not be your man, but every man, and y'all holler if me here, all the men in here, right? Every man want to be surprised differently, right? We all had the basic chicks. Most of them is the basic chicks. It's the chicks that do stuff that we be like, yo, dog, she was on the table when I came home. We not leaving that. We not leaving that alone and going back to the basic John. So y'all can all y'all want, but you better not be the basic John, because the John that got the thong on the table, yo, dog, over the Jennifer house. You was at Jennifer house? Yeah, Keisha was at work. Went to Jennifer house. That's how I had.
But can I boil it down to 3 little things that you just now said?
Real quick, because they wrapping me up.
Energy, interest, creativity.
Creativity, I like that.
You break those 3 things down, that's it. That's it. Bring that energy, and you're not going to have the energy if you're not interested. And you're definitely, if you're not interested enough, you're not going to bring the creativity.
There it is.
That's it.
There it is. I'll tell you what, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. It was a great panel. We're going to bring these gentlemen back when we talk with the women at the end of the show. But all this talk about sex is making me hungry. Not only one?
No.
Only one.
No, I got the munchies, but pause on that.
Well, we got Kia Denise in the building, so I'm going to leave y'all and join Bonnie and Kia in the kitchen.
Do your thing, man.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're not welcome, okay? Because we're going to do a moment of silence for Keisha. Poor thing, she didn't even know her man is cheating with Jennifer.
Who?
On the table.
They was metaphorical characters.
I don't care. You get none of this. You get none of this.
I'm getting some of this. What is this? Look how you doing, Kia?
All right, how are you?
What's going on? Talk to me. I'm not over here to talk. I'm over here to eat.
So, since tonight's topic is relationships, I wanted to focus on something that I thought a relationship could use, which is romance. So, I felt like a romantic dinner for 2
Romantic.
Great.
would kind of help, set the mood and everything. So, we have a 3-course meal here.
Yes.
Don't try and take the credit.
Send this to somebody in front.
No,
That you did this?
she's gonna be waiting. Jennifer gonna be waiting at the house.
With the thong like this.
She
gonna be like,
What I did.
That's why. But a 3-course meal, I feel like that's sexy and romantic. So when you think sexy and romantic, I feel like, a surf and turf kind of thing going on. So you guys have a shrimp cocktail here, which is blackened shrimp.
There you go. Okay.
Ronnie has actually came to one of my one-on-one cooking classes. You take your own there.
I think I need you. Yes, I do. She does couple.
I feel like a 3-course meal is the most romantic thing you guys can do.
Word.
So we have here a filet mignon, because how sexy is that
Say
sound?
less.
Roll it on your tongue. Filet mignon with some mashed potatoes.
So you
and
taste that. I'm
asparagus.
gonna taste the mashed potatoes and asparagus because I can't eat bread meat.
You just said you eat meat over there.
I eat that meat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A little effort. I was sitting here while
You gotta throw me the whole.
Okay, so what is this? What is this? This right?
So this is my secret crab cream sauce.
It's a
I
crab.
will not
Okay.
indulge in it, but I hope y'all.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just take this. I'm gonna dust it here because I can eat seafood, so I just dust that with the cream.
With the sauce. Get all of that.
All
You get the drip. You got that.
See,
The size is good. I like the you see her. The
How
size.
did-
Asparagus, yeah.
how did you perfect the presentation? Because a lot of us can cook, but it don't look like this. So how did you do that? Like
I'm a
how did you-
perfectionist,
Okay.
and then I also live on the Food Network. So,
Okay.
shout out to those chefs for
So you
giving me some
self-taught.
inspiration. Yes, ma'am.
Look at her. Huh.
So before we just devour all of your food,
I'm
tell
sorry,
folks
yeah.
where they can find Kia Denise, how you can make this. Hold on, we got some.
We're going to do
You tell them, and then we go to dessert. So tell people where they can find.
Because I'm about to put you to work.
Okay.
Oh,
But I can just be found at KiaDenise.com is my website, and it's Kia Denise on all of my social media. Sure. Don't look at my boobs, okay? Just point to my shirt.
Okay, I see what you
Kia
did here because we
Denise,
talking about sex and you threw
And
the
I'm
boobs
going to
in.
teach you just a really quick cop
What's
out on how to make a dessert. You want to please your lady and try to
Okay.
impress her. So this is store-bought cake, okay? You don't have
That
to
means you
bake
got it from
it.
the store?
yes.
Okay.
No, no.
You just gotta let me know.
All right. So what you want to do is I'll just copy what I'm doing, okay? I have
Okay,
faith
cool.
in you for
Y'all
your
play,
best,
man.
right?
I'm out the way. I'm gonna move over
You
here
want to just take your cake.
because I'm
Now,
going
this was a square
taste
shaped
tester.
cake, and
Right.
all I did was just take one of my glass bowls and just cut it into a circle. It's fancy, you know.
Oh,
She
you
was like,
just
"Ooh,
said-
you got me
yeah.
circle cake when it comes to square." She gonna
I
be like,
see what
really
you're doing
impressed.
there.
See, she hooking you
Alright?
up. She
This is just a quick cop out of a strawberry shortcake. All right, just put a little dollop.
Little dollop,
You
that's what
whipped
they
cream.
call it.
Yeah, dollop. You like
Bam, right
Dollar,
there.
dollar, dollar, my
Just take-
baby. Let me dollar, 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 my baby.
I feel like y'all already
Yeah.
got some of this
Okay.
wine.
I'm sorry.
So then just put some
Couple of strawberries?
Mm-hmm.
Let me say. Ooh.
Oh, see, you messing
I
up.
don't got the dexterity that kid got. Hold
That's a
up.
big word.
Yeah, ain't it? You want strawberry?
No, you ain't playing me
I was
again.
gonna get some strawberry.
Okay, I knew you
Smart
was.
girl,
See?
smart girl.
See, 3 degrees.
Can I do 3 strawberries? Let me do
You
3.
can do however many you want, and then we just
See?
want to layer it up.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
it's
see?
another- It's like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Get the.
Like a
Put that-
sandwich.
Shake it up, shake it up.
Yeah.
Booyah. Okay,
That's a
so
little-
strawberry.
I'm heavy-handed on the
A couple
dollar.
more
Strawberry.
I need strawberries. You always trying to make somebody.
I'm trying to help you.
You want it the way
That's
you
what's
want
wrong
it.
with men right now. Is that you take the help for which I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to be your
Maybe
strength.
I need to leave this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
She sprinkled.
Sprinkle. Walk around.
Okay. Ooh, you got syrup.
Hold it up high. The higher you hold it up, the more evenly it'll
Do the
spread
salt. Do
on
the
plate.
salt guy. Do the
There
salt.
you go,
Want
salt
the salt
bag.
bag
Do
up?
the salt bag.
Cinnamon
Cinnamon
bag.
bag. Get it.
Put it
Yes.
on the soup.
Get it. Get it. Yeah, like protect the soup. Protect.
There we
There it is. Look how it looks like snowflakes. It look. You see that? It
I'm
looks really
saying.
good in the light.
They don't want it with me on these strawberry shortcake dates.
Okay, wait. You gotta put that. Come on. Not yet. Not yet.
No, we ain't done yet.
Don't
Kid, we
floss,
still
yeah.
gotta do the jelly.
You need some sauce. Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit of sauce on
Let
the
me see how
plate.
you do that since you're so
Come
heavy
on
with
now,
the
stop
cinnamon.
So
playing.
now
Like,
you
I know how to do this.
syrup
This
bag.
was the part I knew. Like all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
mix it up.
Get it.
good.
Get it.
Mhm.
Get
In the
it.
kitchen.
Get it.
like
Oh.
this.
Hey,
In the
hey,
kitchen, Look it up, look it up.
Hold on, I'm gonna get that.
Look it up, look it up. Look it up, look it up. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that tastes good.
Quick and easy strawberry
Hold
shortcake.
on, you gotta show the folks it right here, kid.
No, here,
Yours
show
look
mine.
better?
there.
Yeah, there we go.
Show her.
Damn, she real about her. She like,
We
look.
gonna give this
I
one
know
to
you
Keisha and this
and
one's
all
for
that.
Jennifer.
Look, you know it slid off.
Look at him.
It slid
Well,
off.
I'm gonna just
That's on
taste that
purpose.
top.
Nigga, you go ahead,
Thank
man.
you, Ronnie.
Man, you took a big bite too.
You know.
See how far wide you opened your mouth when you took the bite.
No, I don't.
That's going crazy.
I'm a boozer.
Crazy. What up, kid? Thank you for stopping by and showing us what to do. It looks delicious.
Well, watch
You
that
know-
one, Sawan.
You know I don't drink, but you could just go ahead and
I'ma
hit
take
it
a
off.
little
A little
sip.
aphrodisiac, you
Little
know what I'm
sip.
saying?
Hit it right-
You
hit it
take
right
one more
there.
shot, girl.
Right there.
Take one more shot.
Trying to get it drunk?
Get my mic.
I'm not turning into Keisha.
After what I learned tonight.
Jennifer.
I'm not turning into Jennifer.
Ronnie about to
Ronnie, we got a commercial to go to.
right.
It's Halavaka time. Thank you for our sponsor, Halavaka. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
key them up real quick.
Yes.
We back? Is we back? Ronnie, move over because they can't see me.
Oh,
They can't see me, Ronnie.
which way?
Yeah, go that way.
This way?
Go that
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all nice and close. We can't be that close though, fellas.
I'm a little afraid for this segment. Ken's was throwing daggers at you before. At the end of the Daggers.
Yeah.
Let's just start where he left off, please.
We do this all the time.
Can we just start off where he left off,
All right,
please?
so-
First of all, let me ask this. You're in a relationship, yes?
Yes.
And you're in a relationship, yes?
Yep.
Do you
We said with
encourage
confidence
your
now.
girlfriend or wife or whatever to make sure that she looks like the girl on the table that you saw earlier on Instagram or no?
Say it one more time.
Do you guys do what he kind of encouraged you to do?
No.
Okay. But you're in a relationship, right?
Yes.
You're in a relationship too, right?
I communicate clearly what my needs are.
Right. So she doesn't need
And
to.
my interests.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. Since you answering with straight necks.
Yeah, straight, yeah.
All right. So you said you clear. So you communicate clearly, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, would your communication ever compromise her being, her feelings, who she is as an individual, or no?
No, I have a real simple saying.
What's the simple saying?
Tact is an act of making a point without making an enemy.
What does that mean?
That means to consider her first before I consider what I need to say.
So do you think that what he said was encouraging to what you're saying? Because to me, it sounds like you guys are saying two totally
No,
different things.
he's talking about an illustration of his interests.
Right, but,
That's all that
but
is.
he's talking about an illustration of his interest in a way that he has to experience on his own first and then relay that message to me to conform, right?
No.
If it's not something that, but if it's not something that your girl does, and it's something that you saw that piqued your interest on Instagram,
But now
you
what
come
you're
home
talking
and
about-
encourage her to do
All right,
it.
but there's some things that you're
That's not
assuming.
what
So now I need you to better explain what you mean. That's what I got from it.
Hold on. You can't treat him as a hostile witness. You gotta let him talk.
But I had to treat him as a hostile witness because what he said was sheer disrespect to another woman. It doesn't matter who she is, but it
Well,
is disrespectful.
to a certain kind of woman, you're absolutely right.
What's that certain kind of woman?
It's the kind I wouldn't be with.
I don't know what you mean.
You gotta understand.
Here's the thing. Let me just say one.
All right, let me say this. Because what I got from what he said, what I got from what he, but I need to explain to you what I got from it before you can answer.
Can I just say one thing?
Sure,
And
what's
that
the one
is,
thing?
in his relationship, right?
Yes.
His number one goal has to be to make sure that they maintain an alignment when it comes to how they define their relationship as it is. So you may actually look from the outside into that relationship and say, that would never be me. And you're right, it wouldn't be you. So what he's describing is the type of relationship he would like to have with his woman where he could be able to communicate that.
Yes, but there's a difference between communicating that and then saying, I saw this earlier, you do that.
That's
to
not
make
what
me
I
happy."
said.
But that's
You
not-
took-
he didn't.
that's not what I
So
said.
that's why I'm asking you to reiterate what you said so that I can better understand. That's what I got from it.
There's no difference between what I said and your man watching you walk through a store and pick up a certain dress 3 times, and then when you come home, that dress is at the
No,
crib.
that's a big difference than
It's
what I got
not,
from what
because
you
what I said
said.
was watch my cues and do my cues. So if I liked 3 women on the table with a thong on, be it at the crib with a thong on.
So maybe your example probably should have been, if I see you walk past a dress 3 times in the store, and I see your reaction to that, I think, hey, I should probably buy that dress. But when you relay it to, I saw another woman do this, and I need you now to do that.
I'm not saying I never said I need you now to do this. That's where you messing it up.
Yeah, that's why I'm messing up. That's why I need you. That's why I need you to explain it. That's what I got from what you said.
Just like I said, you didn't say, babe, can you buy me this dress? I'm saying you be receptive. If you watch his behaviors.
I get that. I've been in a relationship successfully for 10 years.
I never said, hey, she do this. Can you do it, please?
That's what I got from what you said. So if you're telling me now that's not what you said, then I heard it incorrectly.
I said,
and you then explained it. Cool.
Study his behaviors and figure out
That I agree. That I agree.
So what do y'all think? How about those Eagles?
I just need to better understand. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I mean, you guys heard our things and what we said, our point of views on what makes sex good. What did you guys think of it? Because I know you were listening. So what did you think?
I'm like a pleaser. I heard y'all talk a lot about being a pleaser. I'm a pleaser myself. I actually get more turned on when I know I'm pleasing.
All right. So why don't we do this? Let's switch our questions. So
Yes.
You answer our question, and then we'll answer your question. So you guys go first. What makes sex good?
I mentioned it earlier, first of all, showing that you are interested, like you're actually interested in me, not just in just doing it, right? Because as we talked about a little bit earlier, we may love each other according to how we just want to love, as opposed to really paying attention to that individual. So if you're paying attention, that's one thing that's a major turn on. The second thing is your energy, like how you're bringing it, not just, as you say, being a receiver or laying there and say, okay, I look cute, so go ahead and have your way with me. Pause. Right. Like men need to feel desired too, right, fellas? We need to feel desired. We need to feel like you've been thinking about us during the day, and that you're serving something up to serve us.
We preparing
when we
something
get
in the kitchen.
Everybody wants to be an object. Everybody wants to be.
Everybody wants to be an object, right?
Desired.
And then there's that creativity, I think.
Yes,
Especially when you start talking about you've been together for a certain amount of time. There are a lot of different ways to get this done, and done in a way that it's not a chore, but done in a way where you feel like you just got done.
Okay. All right.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. All right. So, ladies, so what do you think? What was your guys' question again about the relationship? It was
Ours was how to be better in relationships.
Okay. How do you think?
Y'all could give us some tips what the men not doing.
Okay. All right. So
What are men not doing?
all right.
Okay.
I can say
Go
one.
ahead.
I can say one is just being supportive. Of us all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way around. Like not only in things that you want us to do, but if it's something that we've discovered, like an interest, support us, with that. I really think, it's like when you get into a relationship, we're supposed to change. If you don't change in a relationship, then it's not a relationship. Right. So once I'm in there, I might, you might have sparked something in me that makes me want to do something else. So just because it's out of the norm, still support us, and be like, go ahead, baby, you can do it, even if we're gonna fail.
I see that.
I say communicating. Like y'all are poor with communication. Just tell me what you want, tell me what you like. I'll do it if I agree. But I just feel like we don't know, we can't read your minds. Yeah. So just communicate more. That's what I think the best.
Yes, that's very true. And continue to respect me all the time. I am like respect is very important.
Why you mad, Kenzo?
I'm married.
Say it with a smile.
Am I married? Are you calling me an ABW right now? Oh my God! Stop! I'm talking about respect.
Let's talk about since we she's being sensitive. Let's skip to sensitive ass America. What you think was going on with sensitive ass America?
We skipping sensitive ass America because this conversation is just too good. So
Okay.
we ain't gonna do that because I didn't even get to tell them. What you want to go first?
So I have a sort of a question for you on communication.
For me? Okay.
Let's go.
I feel like communication is kind of a chicken or the egg thing.
Okay.
So, do you think that it's guys communicating poorly at the beginning of the relationship, at the offset, which now requires the woman to guess a little bit more and to kind of like work on the outside? Because I feel like when y'all are trying to like do something we think we like, think we like, but we actually don't like that. Do you think that's because of the poor communication on our end?
Yes.
Or the guessing on your end? I think it's interesting.
I think it's both.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I think it's both. I think like sometimes we consider each other's feelings too much,
right?
And you're like, I don't want to hurt her feelings, or I don't want to hurt his feelings. I think it's both ends. Like I tend not to think, oh, it's all your fault, or it might be both. Where that line of communication gets crossed, and then you end up in the bedroom with
you say everybody's faking,
and now it's just like,
and now we
at now? Yeah, we up here with panties on our head,
To Pete's point,
I don't like this.
I think it's a chicken or the egg, but I think you have to understand that it's a chicken or an egg, right? And then you have to be whichever one you think came first. Meaning, you have to be the cause for that change in communication in your relationship.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can't, because I think to your point, what you're trying to say is if there is a lack of communication, it ends up being on both parts, right? So I think the man or the woman, right? And for me, I've said it a million times on all my shows, I'm a habitual tap outer, right? So if I come to you and I'm like, hey, we ain't talking good. We ain't speaking to each other right? And whether that's making love and how we talking to each other, or whether that's you doing the things that I want you to do and me doing the things you want me to do, I'm all about is good for the geese, is good for the gander, right? So if we have that communication and things go that way, perfect. But if we have that communication and it's still, we just talked about this, I'm tapping out.
Let me also just share a quick little observation. I want to share a quick little observation on this topic of communication.
Okay.
You notice you guys had something to say, y'all getting your thoughts together, and the first thing y'all did is y'all huddled. And in relationships, often women,
I moved her.
but women often huddle in relationships too, by the way. the whole sisterhood thing, the whole you would understand better, blah, blah, blah. And often women step outside of the relationship to their girlfriend, to their sister, to their mother, to actually discuss these things that are very intimate topics, because in many instances, they don't really go to the man and actually hold him to a higher standard to handle those issues, those emotions, those challenges that they have. It is more natural for most women to talk to another woman about these sensitive topics, because historically we've been treated in such a way, men, that we can't handle those sensitive topics. And we're automatically, because we're men, we don't communicate as well. Because we're men, we're more stoic. Because we're men, we're not as sensitive, X, Y, and Z. But I want to ask, how many of you are actually giving a man the opportunity to handle those emotional situations and make him your first go-to instead of your sister, your girlfriend?
So I agree with you, but I disagree. So I agree with you because I do that, okay? I'm 40 years old, and I do still talk to my girlfriends. But what I do is, because I don't like to think before I speak. Like, I like to, really process, my feelings and make sure that I'm saying what I really feel, you know. So I don't have girlfriends. I'll have like two that, we think alike, level-headed, they're not snappy and, just think on the fly, they're like real leveled. So I'll go to them and I'll say, look, this situation made me feel this, what he did. And I don't know how to convey this because I don't want to seem selfish, or I don't want to, so, and then we'll discuss it, and then it'll be like, okay, I can present, and then I will talk to him.
And what I want to introduce there is that's where some of the breakdown happens. Because at the end of the day, you're talking with another woman about this issue, and you're not going to have that much of a spectrum in terms of a difference.
No, I do.
Even when you talk about there being an age difference and that person having a certain amount of experience, what I'm saying at the end of the day, that strategy is still not organically you.
No, it is me. It is me because it's preventing me from, because I know me. See, this is the thing.
Here's the thing.
No, this is the thing. I know him.
At the end of the day.
Are you on anything?
No, here's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, the strategy portion of it, where you're huddled up at the end of the day, that's still not you, though. Because
it is me. Because he knows. No, listen. He knows.
It's a strategy version of you, though.
We've already talked. See, this is the thing. We don't have all the time in the world, so I'm trying to cut to the chase. I don't have time to say everything. But if you must know, he does know, and I know this about him. So we've communicated about our likes and our dislikes. So I know that he doesn't like to feel disrespected. I know my mouth can be very disrespectful. So because I know that, and I know that I need to respect the man that I am with and show him the utmost respect, that's why let me make sure.
So you need a team for that.
So I have to digest what just happened. And then he knows this. Like, I'll even go and we'll have this whole, like, literally something just happened, and I talked to him and I told him everything. I said, listen, I had to go. Okay, so listen, I had to talk to him because I didn't know how to process what you told me, and I didn't want you to think I'm being selfish about this, and I didn't know how to communicate this to you without X, Y, and Z. And he was like, oh, babe, and we had a conversation, but I knew how to bring it.
That's different.
I knew how to bring it to him.
I get it, but that's a different situation.
I know how to
need to talk to other men, though, too. I think you guys hold in so much that y'all don't talk to nobody. So when it's time to come and talk, it's like you shut down.
Can I jump in real quick?
Go ahead, jump in.
So many guys I know are just completely emotionally illiterate.
Yeah.
So why am I trusting any of them?
They have to be taught. They do not.
I think what you can do, and this is what I think I'm hearing from Ronnie. I think talking to your girlfriends or your homies is the therapy part. Right, but it's not to repair your relationship. If that's to get your emotions out and the debrief and all that, I'm all for that.
Yes,
but you then do have to take that issue home and iron it.
Right. Yes. I gotta say it.
I'm the opposite. So you gotta be careful because some girlfriends are gasoline.
That's why you pick the right one, and that's why.
And I have the same girlfriend. Come over here and join us. Okay. Come over here.
Okay.
It's an hour.
It's over.
That was good.